Alright guys, it's time to round up week 3 of the GAC matches. Let's get right into it. Okay, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. This is the finals of week 3 and we are up against the gentleman known as 3 Billboards. Let's check out the map and see what we have to deal with. If we take a look here, he has already attacked. When I started this attack run, one-shot my front line of defense, which is no mean feat because, you know, that's a pretty strong front wall for my division. Let's just see. He has not yet attacked the back section where I've hid my other GL, the JKL lead with JML and what it's proven to be a solid defense for me in the past. This guy I did check. He always saves his GLs for offense, so I'm not that fussed. In his top section, we've got Rolo, JTR, some weird team there, Mon Mothma, and a crew squad. Iced coffee, guys, because it's warm. Beautiful. In the south section, we've got a nasty DR, a GG, and Nightsisterse. Now, these teams, whilst having no GLs, they're still not a complete joke. The DR is incredibly fast, of course, and it's full R7s, more or less. So if we check out the speed here, 347. That is a speedy DR, guys. Speedy DR. All right. So we decide to go ahead and take out the toughest team first of all. I'm going in with Gas, Rex, and 5s against the DR team. 327 speed with a Rex. He's gaining 12% of that speed, so we know he's at least gaining about 30 speed, putting him at roughly 357. So we know that Rex is definitely going to go before his DR gets the mass fear off, which is great. We do the form up, we get the additional turns, and that should be all we need. Now, unfortunately, I do not have the correct turn order here. You need 5s to go before your gas. My gas is too fast in this instance because that can clear the foresight off the Basti and will kill her before she gets a turn. So this was a little bit of an unfortunate start for me. I need to remod my team, get my 5s just a smidgen faster because he's very slow at the moment. We get some good hits there on Malak, so we know that we should be able to take him out when we re-stand up. But ideally in this situation, you want Basti to be already dead because otherwise there's just too much DPS on them. Of course, we're getting locked here behind the Malak taunt. We get the sacrifice and the death, so it's not looking too good here. We do need to kill Malak there. We do get the kill, and then it all goes a little bit Pete Tong, guys. Not gonna lie. We get some decent damage off, but Basti and DR both survive. Now, this is just a lesson for me in modding. I need to speed up my 5s just a little bit so that we can deal with that. Because if you clear the foresight off Basti at the start, it's no longer an issue. Now, I'm stressing at this point because I kind of need to get the full clear. We don't know if he's going to clear the back wall or not. And I don't want to be wasting any too good teams because you know how it is in 3s, guys. You drop one battle, all of a sudden it can mean you've lost the whole thing because you just don't have enough to full clear. So I tried to take in a Mon Mothma team to clear up the DR and the Basti. I never intended this to work, but I didn't think I would use the Mon Mothma team elsewhere. My aim of the game here is just to get rid of the Basti. I know that the assists won't work on DR, but I was just hoping, can we please get rid of Basti just to make a cleanup team easier? It doesn't tend to go particularly well. We bring back Biggs there, we do clear out Basti, but of course when it gets to the DR, we nearly had him there for a moment. Very nearly had him just because of all that ferocity meant that we had a lot of extra damage kicking off, you know. But it we get close, but you know how it is with Mon Mothma. As soon as the 2 ads are gone, that's it. We nearly actually won that. So next up, I try to just throw a crappy Bossk team at him, just hoping that I can actually get, I can just finish him off before he does anything. Unfortunately, he is incredibly fast, and we can't get stuns on him. We cannot get assists on him. So I just try and do anything really, and it doesn't work out at all, obviously, guys. Of course it's not going to work out. Even the assists won't call. So I think I end up just backing out of this one. We do nearly get the kill off, but the fact that he takes 2 turns for my 1 turn kind of screwed it. He just regens all his health, so I think I decide to back out here to make sure that I don't preload him. Well, not preload him, sorry. I want to go back and I want to make sure that I'm fighting him at half health, not at full health. So we're dropping battles after battle here. In the end, guys, I decided, you know what, enough's enough. I'm taking in Bastila with Wampa and Ezra. My hope here is that, you know, Wampa's going to have enough damage just to kill this Revan before he does anything. I know he doesn't have the mass fear. The counterattacks nearly kill Darth Revan at the start. We obviously cannot pass the buffs and call the assists, so we just kill him, get the 23. Off to a terrible start. Next fight, we're up against General Grievous. We decide to go in with Jedi Knight Revan, Bastila, and GMY. This is a fairly... Bastila? Jedi Knight Revan, Jolie, and GMY. Apologies. This is a fairly straightforward fight, guys. I just wanted to try and secure this win at the moment. My thought process at the moment is that I know that the north section isn't too tough. It's got some odd teams. I just want to see the back wall and get an idea of how likely we are to get a victory here. Obviously, we focus down the B2 at the start, get him out of there, boop de boop de boop. Grievous obviously does his thing where he gets a little bit angry. I go ahead and call GMY. Now, we are in no danger of losing this particular battle, guys. It's all about sort of trying to maintain our banners. We managed to get the stun there on General Grievous. We do a big hit because I just want this to be over with. We call the assist here, recover a little bit more banners, and Magna Guard goes ahead and does his thing. Now, the reason I passed the foresight and everything here is because I know Magna's going to counter and do his big AoE, and I just want to try and make sure that we maintain banners. So 54 against GG, definitely will take that, guys. So I'm just looking to clear up the Nightsisters now, guys. See that back wall, easy counter. There's a lot of relics on this Nightsister team, so I didn't want to go in with just Padme and Anakin. I wanted to make sure that I don't drop a battle. Can't afford to drop another battle. So we just take in Padme. Now, Padme teams just more or less hard countered Nightsisters at this point, guys. It's very, very straightforward. Just sort of maintain your health, work around the taunt of zombie. Anakin can place buff immunity on his basic, which is super, super handy. And just chew through those two sacrifices from zombie, and then take out Daka as a priority. Quick sip. I love me some coffee, guys. I love me some coffee. Iced coffee in this sort of weather is perfecto. Alrighty, so we're just working on the second kill, I believe now. Get Asajj out of there as soon as possible. Obviously, she's going to be ramping damage every single time we get a kill, and that sticks through her deaths as well, so we do need to make sure we don't waste too much time killing that zombie. 22 stacks on Kenobi there, big, big hit. Now we start working on Daka. She gets yeeted by Anakin, and now we know there's absolutely no threat in this team anymore. So we just need to kill Asajj, get the assist. Asajj is gone, and we just try and finish it off now. Obviously, you're never going to get great banners with this Padme team, or very rarely get great banners, but 51 is okay. So we'll take a look now at the back wall and see what we have in store for ourselves. I was fairly confident that this guy kept his GLs for offense, and lo and behold, we see the back wall, and there it is. Nothing too crazy to deal with. A little bit weird teams, but nothing too strong, which is great for me because, you know, I needed something to secure my victories here. So we decide to go up against the crew lead team now, and for me, a Darth Revan and Basti team is a super easy way of dealing with crew. Usually I'll use like a Jedi Knight Luke lead with Hoda perhaps to deal with them, but in this instance, guys, JKL was on defense with JML as my sort of back wall stop to make sure you can't clear my GLs. So this team is very, very efficient at taking out First Order team. There's so much health recovery and protection recovery between Bastila and Darth Revan, and obviously they've got loads of control, loads of damage output, so you don't have to worry about that that healing factor that Crew and OG Kylo have. When it's down to these two, there's really not a whole lot to worry about. Obviously, OG Kylo can be stacking that damage, can be a TM train monster, but you know, as long as we get the shock, we get the ability blocks, we deal with them quickly enough, they don't become an issue. Again, we are looking for that banner preservation right now because we have dropped a lot of banners. So really we're dependent on our opponent not being able to get through our Jedi Knight Luke on the back wall in order to win this particular GAC. 54 banners, I'll take it. Next up, I decide to take out the Mon Mothma team, so I decide to go in with Traya and Sion. Normally we might use something like Padme here, but used it earlier. Perhaps we'd use a Vader team, but there's no Geos, so I might as well use my Traya and Sion here. They're both Relic 5, so they've got more than enough oomph to deal with these guys, and obviously Isolate helps a lot to control the situation. The good thing about Traya teams versus a Mon Mothma team is that it's one of the few teams that can deal damage to Mon Mothma because of all the assists out of turn. So you can actually end up killing Mon Mothma before you end up killing the other guys, which is super, super useful. And obviously it's pretty banner efficient, especially when you have your team modded like you have mine. I say this all the time, guys, but if you can get your Scion to be modded slightly lower health and protection than your Traya, it just helps versus the Geo matchup. And look at that Mon Mothma, she's already taking a lot of damage. Even the guy at the back, the little rebel trooper guy, I always forget his name, he's taking some pretty serious damage as well. So obviously Mon Mothma teams do have a lot of healing, but really it's not enough to get around the Traya lead. Alright, and we still have another Held by Hatred straight away, so we have not got anything to worry about here. Scion just tanking like a boss. We put the Isolate on Biggs, by the way, guys, to stop him gaining that evasion up. Big hit from Scion, clearing the board 53. Bellissimo. Next up, I decided to go ahead and use my Vader team. I believe I throw in Thrawn and Emperor Palpatine. Oh no, I go for Moff Gideon. Ah yes, I decided to save my Thrawn for a future team. So we take a little bit of a risk here, because my Moff Gideon is low gear. But all I'm hoping is that the control from Vader and the TM that we gain will be enough to slow down the enemy team. We try and yeet JTR at the start, but obviously she is R7 and she had that crit hit immunity, so not so much luck there. We had a little bit of fortunate there by having JTR target Vader instead, but now that Moff Gideon has gone, they've all got the deceived or demoralized, demoralized debuff on them, so they're going to be dealing less and less damage. Yeet out that R8 GK, no problems there. Just want to drop a few more buffs. See, that R7 JTR hit a Gear 8 Moff Gideon and didn't even clear out his protection. That is how good the demoralized debuff is, guys. It's super, super useful. Even then, with an exposed, she still couldn't kill Moff Gideon at R7 to Gear 8. It's ridiculous. Yeet out the Wumps and drop some bombs. So 51 banners, not terrible, but not great either. So we're aiming for the Rolo team now, guys. That's the last team in the northern section, I believe. We want to reveal the ships. I decided to go in with a Malak solo. I was a little concerned about this Relic Rolo using her AoE and doing a lot of damage to Malak, because all 10 of those hits will land on Malak, and if that one-shots him, I'm in big, big trouble. So I risked it a little bit here, but as you can see, she lands the hits. It doesn't do nearly enough damage to Malak. So as soon as that first one came in, I was pretty confident that, yep, this one's in the bag. So I hard focused Captain Han Solo at the start. He does have that revive, he can cleanse, he can speed up and heal the enemy team, so I just did not want him doing anything. Next big target for me is definitely Rolo, because I'm still a little worried, what if she gets those 10 hits and crits on all of them and somehow kills Malak? Don't want to run the risk of that. So we just end up taking her out next, and then it's just Lando. And what's Lando going to be doing to a Sith Lord? Not much. Delicious. Okay, so that did reveal the fleet section for us next, guys. So I check it out and I'm not concerned. No Get 2 fleets. I've got both of my Get 2 fleets for offense, so I'm feeling pretty confident right about now. Next up on the chopping block, guys, is that Nute team, and I was very concerned about this. I didn't really have a whole lot to use against it, but because he did not have the CLS team on the back wall, I decided to take in JTR. I thought the Nest, which is relict, might cause us some issues, but I thought the heal immunity and all that would really help out. Priority for me right now, guys, is to be killing that B1. I decide to first remove the TM, I believe. Oh no, I just start working immediately on that B1 stack, try and get them out of there, because they can cause some serious damage and obviously heal up the team. Now, there's quite a bit of assists in this JTR team. You know, whenever you call BB-8 to assist, he's going to call a resistance ally to assist. So I just decide, yeah, let's just go ham on that B1, try and take down his stacks as soon as possible. That's where the most of the DPS is. I believe I cleanse the extortion at every opportunity. Now that nasty Nest does get a stun on my poor little BB-8. I'm very concerned about this. We hide the rest of them. I think we just keep on working. Yeah, we don't care about the control right now. Try and get the stun on Nest. Beautiful. So there's not a lot of tenacity on this Nest, which is fabulous for us. And there's BB-8 doing his thing. What a man. What a guy. Do we try and stun again here? Just try and get a little bit of control. That's what I really like about this JTR resistance team, guys. There is so much control on this team. It's fantastic. TM manipulation, control, ability blocks, heal immunity. It's a really good team. Okay, so we're just trying to recover some banners because obviously we are not looking very pretty right now. And I'm trying to just get rid of this B1. Okay, B1 is out of there now. Back over to Nest, try and get the stun. Resisted this time, unfortunately. And there goes another extortion. We don't use that on Nest because we actually want her taking turns. Definitely cleanse the extortion. Unfortunately, Nest did land a daze on our BB-8, which is not ideal. Do we try and get the stun on Nest? Boop, there we go. The idea here, guys, is to attack Nest when she does not have any bonus protection. Usually you want to use someone who's got a bit more of oomph, so R2 is great, but so is this heal immunity. We want that on there. Yes, we're building up a max protection, but the locked heal immunity and stunning Nest is perfect, because it still counts as a turn, so it means that she will lose her bonus protection. That's why I go for the basic there. Nest is nearly dead. She can't recover her hit points. She's taken a turn. There we go. We just need to hit her once now. R2-D2 for the win. What a boss, what a guy, what a little robot. Never doubt a droid, guys. Okay, so health and protection looking kind of trashy, but we do get a little bit of recovery from Illuminated Destiny and finish it off. 49 banners is not ideal, guys, but I didn't have a lot to work with. Now, it's not a scribe stream unless you have a full screen smudgy in the picture. So here's my cute little bear, and I think he's going to have a little bit of a treat. Everybody likes a little bit of a treat for a small kitten on an odd day. So here you go. Go on, you little smudge bear. Oh, you're dreamy. Oh, he's just the cutest, guys. He's just the cutest. The GAC Whiskerer himself, Smudge Bear. So the next big team for me to deal with, guys, is going to be this Hux lead. Now, it's Hux, Fost, and Fox, I believe. We decided to just go in with Shaak Clones. That's the strongest team that I've got left. Usually this team doesn't have any issues in clearing, and it's not got anything big for damage dealing. We decided to focus down General Hux at the start, get rid of that dominance, try and take him out to stop all the bonuses that he does give to the team. He is primary target numero uno. Unfortunately, they are doing some pretty significant damage to us. But we also are fully R7 in this squad, so I was quite confident that we'd be okay. Even if the banners aren't great, I'm more concentrating on trying to please get a full clear here, because we wasted a lot of teams, like I said, on that DR. Here he goes. Boop-de-boop-de-boop. First Order Stormtrooper is the only one left. I decided to heal up Ark, because at least I'll get full protection on him. He obviously does the double assist from Shaak T. Easy dub there. Easy dub, 52 banners. Now, this shows just how much I was scraping the bottom of the barrel for this 3v3, guys. We're going in with a Thrawn lead with Sith Empire Trooper and Rey Scavenger Rey. Scavvy Rey. The reason I took this in, I thought, Thrawn has got a lot of control. He can recover protection, etc. We've got Sith Trooper to try and taunt for us while we get Scav Rey to actually deal some damage. Now, I fracture Dooku because I don't want him counter-attacking. I ignore the Droideka for now, and I'm just like, kill Dooku. Just kill Dooku. If I can kill Dooku, I can at least two-shot it with something. Dooku's gone. I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and... Oh, yes. 2 meter swap over. Yeah, we can get the big hit from Rey here. That should take out Poggle. Easy one-shot. Droideka does his big hit, but used Thrawn's leadership to gain enough TM to fracture the Droideka now. Droideka's not going to do anything after fracture. And yeah, we clean up. So I was quite happy that this random team did manage to work. Scav Rey for the win, guys. 53 banners. Scraping the bottom of the barrel, but we made it work. So there's just one team left as far as squads are concerned, and it's a Maul lead with Sidious and I can't remember. Now, I really don't have anything left, as you can see here, guys. I'm like, I could go Ahsoka, Hermit, Yoda, Zaris. There's like literally no DPS, and they're all Jedi, so they're not going to deal any damage. And Sidious is going to be avoiding. Do I take in Young Han because he's at least got some DPS? So yeah, I was like, I don't really know what to take here, guys. So we go in with this squad. I'm like, I don't have a whole lot of faith for this. I think Young Han is my DPS. I've just got to try and kill something. Marauder is the biggest threat. I'm like, okay, maybe we can do something? Maybe? Do I do the big hit here? I can't even remember this battle, I gotta be honest. I was definitely scraping the bottom of the barrel. And unfortunately we get in the daze there. I just try and do a big heal to recover some of that protection. We can't afford to lose Young Han, because he's the only damage in this squad. Literally the only damage. So we get the retribution up, but he is dazed. It does give him some bonus protection as well, guys, so it's not completely worthless. We put Master's Training on Ahsoka because we might as well. Give her the extra protection, extra offense, extra defense, etc. I'm thinking, oh my god, I don't think I'm dealing nearly enough damage on this. Slowly chipping away at Marauder, but he obviously has so much health steal. And at this point I'm like, uh-oh, no, quick, back out, back out. So this is the next oddball team that I come up with. HK lead with Holdo and Princess Leia. Don't ask me why I was using this team. I'm literally at this point just trying to use anything. I know that my Princess Leia at least has some DPS, so maybe she can get some kills in. HK nearly getting one shot there. I was like, oh my god, this is not going well. Please get the assist. A triple tap from Princess Leia, nearly killing the Maul lead. I'm thinking, Holdo, please do something. Hold on. She is actually quite tanky. Unfortunately, Leia does not assist at all on that Maul then. We decide to heal up Leia, just keep her in the game as long as possible. Get the crit chance and the crit damage up and the offense up. Still only one tapping. I'm literally screaming at the monitor right now. Leia, assist, do something. Tap. Still one tap. I'm very frustrated right now. I'm like, okay, try one last time. Tap. Still one tap. 4 times in a row. She's got like a 50% chance to assist and she still only tapped once 3 times. I was like, come on, Leia. But we took out the lead and I thought, well, you know what? That's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. Maybe I can clean up with something else. We decide to go in with the Old Republic. Yes, guys, the Old Republic. My Gear 11 Old Republic. I'm like, well, they don't have a leadership. Maybe I can just control them a little bit. Decide to go for Sidious, putting on on dots where I can. I probably should have got the blind there on Marauder instead, because that would have saved the big hit, but it is what it is. I'm just deciding to focus down Sidious just to try and kill him. If I can get him out of there, that means it's just Marauder that's left, and that's not too bad. There we go. Again, I probably should have blinded the Sith Marauder. That probably would have made more sense, because he would have missed that hit. Blind him again, but at least we're dealing some decent damage here, because, you know, those damage over times, they do some decent damage. Of course, now we're in trouble, because we don't have any dots on him or anything. There's no assists. He's just going to out-heal us. But I'm not too fussed because I'm like, that's a 60% health Marauder now. We can clear that up with something, I'm sure. So we try to go in with Ewoks, guys. Ewoks. My thought process was, hey, maybe I can treat this like a GG solo, where we can just, you know, throw in Logray, control the TM on him. If he's got days, he's not going to be gaining that bonus TM. Maybe we can just constantly reset his TM. So go little murder bears, do your thing, control it, resist it. I'm like, okay, that's fine, that's fine. Well, we've got another opportunity to get this done. Or do we? It's like, come on, I need another turn with Logray. Call the assist on Logray, try and get the extra TM on him. Come on, get the days. Resist it. I'm like, guys, are you serious? Double resists? First I get Leia not assisting, now I get little murder bears not landing the days, and then he's healing back up. I'm like, okay, no. And then finally, to clean this up, guys, we go in with the old favourite of Boba Fett, Cad Bane, and Rose Tico. Big brain strats coming up here now. I was thinking, Rose has got a stun, Cad Bane's got a stun, we stun the Marauder with Rose, we get the ability block with Boba, and then, come on Rose. Well, she gets the defense up. Another stun. Execute. Booyah. We got it done. We cleared it out. It only took us 4 battles to take out a trash team, guys, but we did it. We did it. Okay, so it's the first fleet now. I'm really not concerned about fleet, guys. I've got both my Get 2 ships for offense, so I'm like, none of these fleets should really pose any threat. There's no point in me worrying about being highly efficient in banners because I've dropped so many battles. I think I've dropped, what? 7 battles? No, 6 battles dropped. 3 dropped battles. Oh, actually no, 7 battles dropped because we dropped 4 on the Marauder team. So he's gone for the double tank setup. I'm not a fan of the double tank setup. I don't think it works. I think you're better off with Bistan, but not everybody wants to or has got Bistan geared up. So we just get the big AoEs off here. Another big AoE off here. I was hoping to kill that, excuse me, that BTLB Y-Wing before he does anything, which is the ideal situation. But unfortunately, we nearly got rid of that Millennium Falcon. That must have been a weak Millennium Falcon. But anyway, he gets this off. I think I call in Plo here just to recover the lost protection on the Y-Wing. That shield disruption is actually a debuff, guys. So if you get a cleanse off, it restores all your protection. So there we go. 67 banners on the first fleet, easy peasy. And then we've got the Finalizer fleet, I believe, as the final fleet. The Finalizer fleet, final fleet, you know what I mean? I think it's a Finalizer. So we're just going with our Malevolence here, guys. Only take in 2 reinforcements. Oh, it's not Finalizer, apologies. It's Chimera, but it happens to have the command shuttle. Who knows why. I'm, again, not concerned about this, guys. It's Malevolence is going to completely walk over these kind of fleets. So I just focus down the Imperial TIE Bomber. He's the biggest threat, to be honest. If he stays alive, it's irritating. That burning is very annoying. So we just try and focus him, and then we kill Vader's ship as soon as possible as well. So here we go. Do I reinforce? I don't think I do. Okay, yes I do. I just decide to finish this. I call in the spy. Spy does massive, massive damage. Boom. Goodbye to Vader. And then we just need to focus down the shuttle. He brings in Scimitar. Not threatened by Scimitar at all. Goodbye. And then just take out Maul's ship and we are done. There we go. We got it cleared out. Easy 64 banners, guys. Okay, so to round up, terrible, terrible banners. 2606 for our banners here, guys. At this time, this guy hadn't finished attacking, but we'll see the result. And check it out. We checked the back wall, and oh my god, he's taken a battle against the JKL lead JML and preloaded it. He tried to attack it, he couldn't clear it, and I'm like, whoa, hold up. He preloaded, left all the units alive, which means we'll still get tank tech out of our what afterwards. I have a bit of a dance here. I'm like, yeah, come on. We need this guy to not be able to clear. And yeah, turns out, guys, he couldn't clear out my JKL team. So we ended up securing the victory, even though we dropped several battles. But lessons learned. The only thing that could have made that easier is if I remod my 5s to be a little bit faster or my gas to be a smidgen slower, just so that we can get gas moving right after the form up from Rex. That will clear out the foresight on the Bastila. The Bastila will die immediately, and then we win that DR matchup. And that would have changed the dynamic of the entire battle. We would have one-shot full cleared everything. Okay, cool. Thanks for joining me as always, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please do hit like and consider subscribing to your boy Scribe. I really do appreciate it. In the description down below, you'll find links to my Twitch, my Twitter, my Discord. Please do come join me, come follow. I'd love you very much for doing that. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out. Say bye, Smudge.
Just giving a quick shout out to my patrons. I appreciate each and every single one of you. And without your support, I wouldn't be doing this today. Thanks so much.